what's up everybody? Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to another edition of Track Walk in MX Simulator. Today we're going to take a look at Mount Carroll MX Park, aka MC Motopark, by Palm 189 in the game. This is a real track based off of MC Motopark / Mount Carroll MX Park, which is in Mount Carroll, Illinois. It's like a 2.5 hour drive from Chicago. It is on the west side of Illinois, so it's kind of far away from what most people would know about the main parts of Illinois and stuff like that. But it is a pretty unique track, very hilly, up and down, a lot of big jumps. I don't know how correct this is by Palm 189, but he's built some pretty good tracks. And honestly, based on the off-track stuff, it looks like he maybe used a little bit of some Earth Viewer or something like that to lay down a foundation of the track. So elevation-wise, it seems like it'd be pretty close. Very fun track though. Low-key has some good sections to it, good flow. The way Palm built this track too, it has some real grippy traction on it. And I'd be curious to see if I played it with a road for a little while, if the lines would wear in pretty good, because right now it's very wide open, very fast. But I wonder if with some bumps, if it would get a little sketchy, because otherwise the track is pretty smooth. You got some whoops through here, and a fun little inside option to jump up onto this tabletop. Big triple jump for the finish line right there. And you kind of just launch up to flat right here. I doubt IRL that jump it pitches you that high. But obviously, hopefully, we get a couple people to watch this video that have ridden this track before, either a time or two, and know a little bit about it, know the history, and can clue us in on what looks right, what looks wrong. The flow of the track, though, is pretty good. I like that the start goes across this little area right here, and then it jumps into kind of that weird first turn complex. That weird roller thing is used for almost a berm in the first turn, and then you kind of jump back over it when you rejoin the track later on. It's really high speed because of the traction. I don't know if it's this fast in real life, but I find myself, I feel pretty quickly going 50 some odd miles an hour up a lot of these straightaways and stuff like that. So again, not too sure how good that is or comparable to real life, but these sections are very fast, third gear, fourth gear launching out to this. This jump is not small. That's a fourth gear jump right there to get that tabletop. Ooh, that was a massive kicker that I just absolutely died off of. But yeah, I think that this is a really fun design of a track. I could definitely see it working well with local races, built into a little valley like this. So not sure where the main camping parts or people that park exactly is, but either spot of the valley that you kind of would park on the track, I feel like you could see into the valley pretty good to see the track. I would have to assume it's up by kind of where the start or the finish line jump is. That would be most likely where the parking, I would have to assume, is. And if it's up there, then yeah, you can see straight across the valley and see pretty much everything, except maybe this back section's probably a little bit hidden. I like that you can double across this line right here and then do a little cheeky tabletop. I mean, this jump is unbelievably whippable too, but you just land so hard to flat that you have to make sure that whip comes all the way back around. And I wanted to try and see if we could get ripping this outside line and tripling up onto that tabletop. I think it's possible, but I have to figure out a way to arc that corner just a little bit better. Probably not possible IRL. Can't imagine it would be, but at least in this game it seems pretty doable. And then we'll jump back across the start right here. Like I said, that little flowy double up into this corner is super fun. Little scrub single jump down here. And then you're basically just turning right. You turn right almost 360 degrees right there. It's just one long right-handed corner all the way down into the center valley of the track. And then we got what I would call kind of the fingers of the track. It goes this really long one up the hill, and then it comes back down to the center again. Then another really long kind of finger up the hill again. I don't know if you would call that a leg or something else of the track, but like I said, just way up the hill, way back down. Oh, I feel like you could probably launch onto that tabletop. I hadn't even considered that. All right, next time by, try to launch onto the tabletop. Is there anything inside here to bank off of? Not really, but again, if you play the track on a road, I'd have to imagine at some point you'd find a little option there to bank off of. Nice little floater up to the top of the hill. And it seems like this middle rut is just OP as can be. Very easy to get into and stay in. Double up to the top of the hill. I don't know why you would go anywhere but inside through the rollers right here. And then again, doubling down the hill on these rollers seems better than going outside to me. I haven't tried this outside berm. Looks pretty nice. And sets you up for the rollers pretty good here. I want to try to go over this and land in the berm. Yeah, we kind of messed it up. But I feel like staying right side and jumping up onto that little tabletop is probably the fastest way through this section. Nice American flag right there shows us how beautiful this track is. All right, so we're going to swing out here and try to set up. Okay, let me try that again. I want to try to see if I can like apex out of the turn a little bit early, maybe. Like right here. No, there's not enough traction. It's close, but I think you need to arc that corner really well and just kind of stand it up just in time to pop that up onto that tabletop. Have to imagine there's a handful of players in this game that are better than me that could probably do that first try, but pretty close regardless of which, doing it a couple times. Super fun flowy section here. Again, I feel like it would race really well for an amateur race. Wonder if like maybe we host some local cross stuff on it. It would be kind of fun to do. But also I feel like these first couple sections kind of suck for racing because it's just constant turns. Ooh, that's a little bit long. I'm going to crash. Ooh, no, I didn't. Like constant right turn into like a constant left turn probably funnels into some one-line stuff like right away. I can't imagine if you're racing this track in real life, you'd have much time to do much about that. All right, let's see if we can launch onto this table. Oh, easy. There's no way that's a line in real life though. Like, please, someone who rides this track IRL, tell me there's not someone doing that line. This track is, I would assume, probably about an hour and a half away from where Chase Sexton grew up in Illinois. Lamoille is where he's from. And I wonder if maybe he rode this track, but I feel like even someone of Chase Sexton's talent would not be doing that line because that was huge. Like, that's fifth gear all the way down the hill, just launching onto that tabletop. But I don't know. Maybe it's small enough or smaller scale in the real track than what Mr. Palm has built for us here today. This is a nice flowy section. I kind of want to launch down into that like rut, just land in it. That'd be super greasy. And then yeah, just outside here and then this double. That seems like it's so much faster than anything else through there. But I think he could have built up that landing for the finish line more. It just feels like the whole thing is just straight up to flat, which again could be the way it's built in real life. Oh, that's pretty darn close. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to get it to check up and just double next time. But because of the grippy traction, like you just lay into the ruts super nicely. And even though the ruts aren't built that big, they hold you really well too, which is kind of nice. A little over that rut right there as we kind of landed hard. Inside right here, but you're just turning the whole way, man. Just non-stop turn through those corners. Jump through this guy. I wanted to try to get back to that inside right there, but couldn't quite get it. Nice scrub up this tabletop, and then we can just floor it all the way up the hill. Little double, triple kind of thing. Lay into this rut, and then let's see if we can actually land this time. I kind of just accidentally grabbed front brake last time. Yeah, that's actually easy. So in an mxsim local race, I feel like everybody would do that line, and half the field would die every lap because they would either mess it up, like case it, go too long, something like that, or they would just straight up land on someone else in the race. So maybe not the best track for a little local cross race, but I don't know. Still gathering some information about doing some local cross races in the off season in sim. And then let's see, I'm going to try to jump down this hill and just land in this rut. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, that was pretty close actually. Not too bad. You got to land just perfectly on that knuckle and just sit into the rut. Be so nice if you can get that feeling down. Through here, right side, step on. Oh, we're going for a ride. Yikes. Big old crash. Up to the finish line jump. Let's look around this just real quick and see what other kind of buildings he's got here. He's got like a little barn right here, I guess, that we can just go into. It's just a house, I guess, little house / barn thing. Little patio area up here by the finish line. Have to imagine that's probably something that's there in real life. And then this also looks like, again, it looks like he built it off of some 3D scan. So I don't know that this exact building like this is here, but this plateau certainly looks here because there's like roads that come down here. And then, yeah, it goes onto a flat plateau right there. And then some trails or some little concrete road, I guess, over this way. Takes you back up. It looks like there's a few things that are on the ground, like near this area. Yeah, this takes you over to that house. I guess maybe there's some parking over this way because this looks pretty flat in this little valley by these trees. Yeah, I don't know. And then I think there's a house. There's a couple lights down in the middle here, and then there's a house or a patio area up here on this side. Patio right there. And then, yeah, there's even You can see a road going up the hill from off the map onto it over here, right there. This also goes up to a flat pad where there is a house or barn or something up here. And then the start comes down and there's apparently a little flat pad over here. Looks like there's some buildings that we're going over right there. And then the start of the track. So this is Mount Carroll MX Park, MC Motopark in MX Simulator, built by Palm189. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys think of this track, and be sure to download it in the description below. And we look forward to seeing you guys in all of our future videos here on Start Your Systems, including more MX Simulator track walks. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.